And so I turned back to reading the Bible and found that even some of the most familiar passages that I thought I knew well actually were saying something different. To illustrate that, probably the best known story in the Old Testament and the best known verse in the New Testament. Now, the best known story in the Old Testament, certainly the most popular one in most primary schools, would be the story of Noah. A story that seems to be apparently about how you can learn to count in twos, about learning the colours of the rainbow, and about identifying slightly odd animals. Now, that's what you get from Noah's story in primary schools. Now, as I reread that story, it suddenly seemed to me to be a story about a God who's passionately concerned about biodiversity conservation. How had I not noticed that before? Here is a God who takes the welfare of the animal kingdom at least as seriously as the welfare of human beings. Here is a God who has a covenant with the whole created order, not just with humanity. And I'd somehow missed that because I'd not been asking the questions. And then John 3:16, God so loved the people that he gave his only son. Now, I'd heard that verse for probably getting on for 30 years, and that's what it had always said to me. It was only when I did a little bit of New Testament Greek at theological college that I found to my shock that it actually said God so loved the cosmos. That's the Greek word that is used in John 3:16. And I went and talked to my lecturers and read the commentaries and said, what did cosmos mean? And they all agreed that in New Testament Greek and in classical Greek, the usual meaning of cosmos means the whole created order. It's not limited only to humanity. Now, some commentators think that because of the particular context in John 3, it's a bit uncertain what it means there. But let me use it as an illustration of how we so easily read what we expect to read in sacred texts, rather than the uncomfortable and unsettling messages that they may actually have to say to us. God so loved the cosmos that he gave his only son.